Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Catmonic, and today, because we missed Thursday's stream, we will be running Yugioh Master. Yeah, that's good. Alright, hopefully now if I just check if I put a little... that needs to be a bit longer of a message, doesn't it? Hopefully the chat will update. Yes. Okay, cool. So everything's set up. Yeah, nothing particularly special. We are just planning on continuing as we were. And as you can see, we're starting off from a decent point. Nice amount of games won, lost. Well, nice amount of games won. We would rather that loss counter was a lot lower, but not everything. Do I need to change the size of the chat? So they're starting, and that's a Primite. I'm going to just bop this over a little bit. That should, yeah, that gives me access to whoever's starting. Right, so we're on Blue Eyes Primite for welcome back, you know. This is what happens when you skip a day. This is what happens when you do not post that you will be, you know, doing the stream at a different time. You get cued into this. With that hand, we can't do it. Also, apologies for the crinkle of plastic and boxes that you can hear behind. So yeah, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the stream. We have immediately lost a game, and lost our one win streak that we were apparently on. That's just legal, okay. There are always names which you just are a little bit surprised just get through the filters. I guess this is a rank 9. And a Time Lord, but apparently that's enough. Is it a bot? Have we gone from, you know, losing because we queued up against Blue Eyes to winning because we queued up again? We queued up against Burn. What did we open? We opened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As far as hands go, I think that's okay to deal with it. Like, triple tack is not really live. But this is which makes the... I mean, either makes the 9 lives or the Tiger. We were going for the Tiger in that scenario. Because... yeah, that's not really doing anything for us, not without Copy Ventus. So it would have been 9 lives plus... I guess Gabrion? Like, that would have been the idea. I don't know how well we would have done in that matchup, but, doesn't matter. We went first, and apparently that was enough. 5 legacy tickets. Huh. We got DD Dog. Which, is that coming out of the portal, like... no, that's just the back half of it. Little bulldog. I don't think we can actually use it, right? Oh. Okay, so it can negate the effects of an extra deck card. Well. 3 out of 4, 3 out of 5. And that's not terrible for its on-field effect. It's certainly a card. Begone Knave is good for stun, I guess, and the rest of these are fine. It's nice to have 2 copies of this. I guess we should be paying attention to the 2 copies of, you know, level 4 lower normal monsters, but I think most of the cool ones we could get, we already have. Like, I think what's really left is type combinations, and niche ones at that. Infinitrack Goliath, our second. These are all our second. That's not, though. Doesn't matter, though, because it's awful. You cannot activate monster effects except the effect of that special summon monster on your field. Okay, to be fair, that's not actually all that bad. The only bad part is it's Monster Reborn, but more conditional. Especially when there are, like, other Monster Reborn cards in the game. Like Call of the Haunted, or just actual Monster Reborn. Pentaplume, that helps out with rituals. That's another Toon monster, but it needs Toon World to exist or it dies. Another Dimfizz. That's not the best in the current meta. I mean, we can't really do anything with it. We have rank 4s, but, like, not good ones. And that one needs an Xyz monster on the field, I believe, so it's good to have, but it's not doing anything. On your field or in your graveyard. Guess it's a 1400 beat, 1600 defender. What rank 4s do we have? We have Reader. So if there's an Xyz monster in the graveyard, it's half a Reader. But as for everything else, I don't think there's much we want it to make. This would be cool if we could actually make it. But it does require, like, hard summoning it as 3 level 4s. Rank 4 or lower Xyz. But it needs to discard a spell trap to do that. I'm not sure if it's that worth it. Where is Reader? Ah, just there. Yeah, that's probably the best target, and even then, I don't think we're doing that in most of our decks. Because the special summon condition is, well, just that. It's actually a condition for us. And we gotta go first again. Neat. I don't know what characters those are, but look cool. This is certainly hand. We take that. I tell you about the week, but honestly, it's been a week, and I've just been very tired for a lot of it. It's not been particularly stressful or strenuous, with the exception of exactly Friday being really annoying. Also, excuse the... 60 cards. 1 or 2. Ooh. One. Dark Lords. Called the wrong... That's an 8. Although I think they have just, like, most levels. So I think there's that. It's probably not the card they wanted to summon, but it's what they have. Okay, they are just hard fusion summoning. So let's do that now. Hopefully it... Yep. Just stops. That seems like a good thing for me. Right, they can beat Ogre. But they're attacking the one card they can't beat. I don't think they have a whole lot. I don't know what Dark Lords do. But I think from this position, we're pretty okay. Especially because we can just turn this into a spellcaster, which means we can set another one and threaten this. It can't attack, but that's not a problem for, like, this existing is not a problem for us. We get to it at some point. Although, what if we now got rid of this to put up damage? We just go battle phase. I don't know what it is they can activate, because it's like it's been there for the whole time, the whole turn, unless they just had toggle on. Okay, destroy one card. Ogre. That's okay. Main 2. Set 1. Get a Bestial. Or Phantasme? No, we get a Bestial. Yeah, we get a Bestial. I wonder if I can attempt to activate Goldrake. Does not matter. Not the most interesting of games, but I'm... You know, we kind of need to be winning. I guess it was just Dark Lord, right? Oh, and are they not on hand traps then? No, you're a... well, no, okay, you're trying to mill it. And you're on Dark Honest, so that is also a hand trap. Because they got Time Tearing, they've got Succumbing. But you're trying to mill your deck. Aren't these just going to be in your grave, including the Time Tearing? Like, the ratios are a little weird for me. Are they... Okay, so what do you got this? Destroy a card, steal a card until the end phase, and negate the effects of a monster and gain the life. Because that's what you're doing with Rollback, or Uprising. Fusion Summon. Fusion Summon. You can't Witch's Strike with Rollback. At least I don't think you can. Because otherwise Paleo would have done, you know, use this instead of Elemental Burst. But as it is, the Paleo card was Elemental Burst, so I assume you simply can't use Witch's Strike with Rollback. Right. 2 Master Packs again. We only have 2 Legacy tickets, so we save those. As far as the weekend goes, it's been pretty chill. I've been running some Night Rain solo to clear up remembrances for various characters because I think that's pretty cool. And it's nice to actually just have all the relics so I know what I'm playing around with. Certainly a card. I mean, the typical guys this equips are going to be anywhere from like 24 to 3k. So it could be a 17 or a 2k beta, probably. Which doesn't seem great. And of course, more Kawaki mirror support. And ironically, this is decent. Helps out with Xyz decks. That's pack number 1. What about pack number 2? Do we have anything interesting there? Gravekeeper's Steel, which is... Oh, okay. A Ragnarika, and a second copy of it. Okay. Another Abyss Actor. Switch control of both, then destroy this. It's a permanent change. Take no battle damage. Give control of this card to your opponent. Sure. Arbor Master. It's not generic, needs a Blackwing Tuner. Okay. And a copy of the Deep Grave and Elemental Hero Neos Knight, but problem, we don't have Neos. I think that makes a playset of the Deep Grave. While it's not a fantastic card, it is still Reborn. And it's not once per turn. So, there's that. I don't think that justifies playing it, but it's something, I guess. I don't know. Probably play it in a normal monster control deck. Because then we can just hopefully steal our opponent's key pieces of graveyard stuff in the standby phase. And turn them into a non-effect link monster, maybe? Something like that? I don't know. Well, the hand would have been kind of decent going first. Not the best, but, like, something. As it is, they are going first with fairly standard deck by the looks of it. I've got Chalice. Okay. I'm not sure if they meant to normal summon that. But there's Big Welcome, which kind of gets them online. And that sucks for me. That is probably about as good as opening as they could ask for. And that's about as good an opening as I could want. The difference is, this doesn't do much. Because they just, like, if they've got the Welcome Lab instead of Big Welcome, there's Anti-Spell. Okay. Do you have an attack negate? No, but you do have Welcome Lab. That is exactly what I was afraid of. And there's Welcome Lab. And there's Barrage. Oh, that's one way to get value, I guess. They're bouncing that to the hand, which they won't then be able to summon. But they'll be able to get another monster from deck, and then return one, because they're copying the effect. You have to return it now, yeah. And then you get a third, which it doesn't really matter what it is, honestly. But yeah, that's the obvious thing. This doesn't get its effect, but it doesn't matter. I can't special summon because of the conditions. I'm going to set this. They're going to think it's Imperm. If they're smart, they go battle phase. Which I think they're smart enough to just go battle phase instead of trying normal summon first. Oh, okay, they're going to banish this from the... No. Alright. And they are just going to try that, sure. White game bug. They forgot about Inspect Border. And now they get to poke in for 16. I guess a normal trap was activated. What are you setting? I mean, doesn't it matter? Not particularly. I'm a little bit screwed in this scenario. Yeah, I'm just a little bit screwed. Even though I get that, that doesn't help out. Because of Anti-Spell. It would have been great to get that turn 1 and do that as my first thing. But alas, can't have everything. Right, what are we looking at? Next deck, next duel. We get to choose, we choose first. Watch it be a deck that can't play through Inspector Border, and watch me not draw it. Well. Right. What do we have? Anything? Anything? What are we thinking? Yeah, that's understandable. There are a lot of decks where if they get interrupted at the right point, they do just lose to Fenrir. But they are assuming that I just know the right point. And they're on cash anyway. I'm a little confused. I don't know why they just didn't stick in it. They just don't want to play the mirror match. I guess it's not a particularly fun mirror match, but, like, they don't know the extent. Like, I didn't even attempt to activate his effect. They didn't give me a chance. What do we got? This is Armades, the one that everyone says when it's an Armades. This is the guy. Which is funny, because, like, Ancient Gears did it first, but they do it with only spell traps, not monster effects, so I guess that's why Armades is referenced, instead of, like, Ancient Gear Golem, or Ancient Gear in general. It's not terrible. Sure. Neither player takes battle damage. No, that's just so bad. Water monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle with a non-water monster. I think we have that already. We do. And then Dragon Speed. No. I don't think we're really playing any of those cards realistically. But what about some of these cards? What else have I been up to? Finish off the Jason... Well, I say finish off the Jason Bourne series, but watch the 4th film. This is the good one. Alright. Yeah, watch the 4th Jason Bourne film. Think it's not quite as good as the... Ooh. That's pretty good. That just instantly goes in, right? Having to admit means we don't have to balance it so finely. We don't have to always use it as Xyz material. Of course, we'd prefer to. You know, that's also a decent rank 4 I could use the Ryziel for. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, Jason Bourne. Watch the 4th film, Legacy. I think that, like, you've got to compare Legacy to probably the 2nd Bourne film, I think. You can also compare it to the 1st one. You can't compare it to the 3rd one. In terms of, like, what it's trying to do, because you're on a new character, really good card, and you're trying to follow their story, which is tied in with the regular story, but it's like they keep on doing flashbacks to it and expecting the regular story to do some kind of lifting for the plot, where it's not really doing that. At least not in the way that they expect, I think. It could have done with, like, probably a little bit clearer, like, exposition. Like, I found it easy enough to follow. But, like, you could probably shorten the film a little bit if you made the exposition a little bit more concise, is a good way of putting it. I just want to quickly check out what rank 10s I have. Yeah, this one doesn't show me. Rank 10 or higher, machine Xyz. So, Xyz, machine, 10, 11, 12. I think that only 13 is a Raid Raptor. That is a 10, that is an 11. Just being able to turbo out CXZ's Babylon seems like kind of decent. It's a 3800 beat stick. It's not Zeus, but, like, it's something. The only problem being this needs to actually run something over by battle. We could make this a 3100 body that can just attack and your opponent can't activate a card effect. All it requires is this and any level 4. That's got to be worth considering, like, thinking about it to some degree. I want to keep this because it's a 10 dark. which comes up a little bit because we can't just always make these. It means that we can actually get the banish effect off of this sometimes. Maybe we'll be in favour of changing out sooner rather than later, but for the moment, I want to keep my extra deck as is. Maybe we don't need Transverser. Maybe that is the card to go. But again, I think Transverser's kind of decent. People don't just play around zones, excuse me, a lot of the time. Starting hand is... Oh, I forgot to put in the Valor. It's alright, one Valor still, like, does the trick here. They're on 41 with 12 extra. Foolish Burial Goods. That could be many things. But what is it this time? Naturia's Sacred Tree, so Trap Tricks? Or is it actually Naturia? I guess it's actually Naturia. What do we do again? Naturia's a stun deck when it comes down to it. There's Mole Cricket. You only get special summon 1 with Mole Cricket because I don't control any monsters, let alone one summon from the extra deck. But I guess that's gotta be enough. Tribute this special a Naturia. And then use special something that shoots us from the deck, probably. The hand's okay. If normal special summon, send a Naturia card from deck to grave. If you would tribute a monster to send the top 2. If your opponent normal or special summons, you can special summon a Naturia from your grave. So if they keep this on field, they get to special back Mole Cricket currently. Not once per turn. Okay, the second effect. The first effect is not. It's got limited TCG, I think, right? I don't think it was Master Duel. There's another Mole Cricket. Set one. Now, if your opponent normal special summons. So the first thing we do is going to trigger it. Runic. It is Runic. Oh. This is not a happy place. Yeah, here they get Hugin. Hugin gets the field spell. Although that leaves fewer cards in hand to be Runics. They've got 2 Mole Cricket and Grave. They've used... Do you reckon they're on 3 of Sacred Tree? I don't think they're on 3 of Sacred Tree. So that's not a Runic card, but that one possibly is. Either that or a hand trap. That's not a fantastic draw. So, special summon. Alright, now you get to do a thing. What thing do you choose to do? Monster effect. You only have the one option, really. So we do this. We start hitting Runic spells, I think, right? They only have 1 mountain, or 1 fountain, so... Destroy it. Okay, that's not the worst. Depending on the banishes, that could be bad, but at the moment that's okay. I believe we do just banish a Runic card. That feels objectively correct in this scenario. There's the 3rd Sacred Tree. Am I scared about that? Tribute an Earth Insect special summon level 4 or lower plant from deck. They're using the effect. Or are they just putting it face up? Putting it face up. The Chalice wasn't great, but... Runic, Naturia, C, Naturia, Runic. Banish the Runic. It's not that it's great, but it does allow them to just, like, special summon again. And, like, this little combo here isn't doing anything particularly obviously for them. I gotta put 2 back, draw 2. Does it shuffle? No. So they have just got C Camellia. Okay, so we just normal summon. Like, yeah, I don't have to chain to this, but I can. So we won't. It is just that easy. Just goes to the battle phase. I mean, we just hit this, right? Yeah, I think that's the case. I'm not so scared about the mole cricket. I can just Dynamicious the field spell as well, right? Yeah. Okay, so they're using that to dodge, because they haven't used that there. Okay, they've got 1 more cricket, 1 Camellia in the grave. Continue to attack. Yeah, in that case we'll just take out Mole Cricket. Set 1. Pass turn to you. If you have MST, you do it now. They do not have MST. The order of the deck has changed, right? Yeah. Yeah. Should have had chain on, but it's fine. They aren't doing a whole lot. They want me to summon from the extra deck, but I've got generators. I don't necessarily need to. We'll do this now. Field spell. Because it can't be this, the only thing that can respond is this, or the Mole Cricket, I guess. Bye-bye field spell. No Runic. There's Beast, but Beast doesn't do it. So we do this now. Bring out you from deck. I mean, again, it's not this, it's just this. Card in hand probably isn't relevant, so yeah. It's not a spell effect, Beast doesn't do it. Okay. So I get 1 Naturia from deck. But then because this is part of the same chain link, even if it would be something that stops a summon, what are the stats on the Naturias? What are they going into for the 6? Barkion? 25. Let's just bring this out in defense. Send an Naturia. Now, they do have, like, a gameplay loop online that I'm still going to have to try and fight through. But, I don't know. I'm not particularly scared. I don't know what this could be. What can I do on the way of Xyz material? The Virtual Tiger is good in this case. So is 9 Lives Cat. Sent this. Okay. So now you Synchro Summon again. But you've got higher levels, actually. There's Baron. Well, I kind of have to, do. So we use itself. They negate with this, or with the Baron. Well, no, with this. Oh. Sure. Oh, they didn't have another Naturia. Ah, that was it. Okay. We'll just go battle. Like, we'll just start hitting. They do this, tag out. The more we bring out from their deck, the better. You want someone from your own effect, so I'm okay with that. Banishing Fenrir would be good. Ah, that's not good. One. Again, it's just this. They can't use this because they don't control another one. And then we just, like, 9 Lives Cat, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we just want a 9 Lives Cat. I'm gonna give them this online again. Maybe I don't. Maybe I leave it. They can still use this, but I don't know how deep their toolbox runs, because they didn't use it for the entirety of that turn. They've got 2 level 2s on field, which makes an Xyz, it makes a Link, but it doesn't make a Fusion with their current board state. Mystery card. Probably a runic spell at this point. They all seem to be. Right, problem. This was summoned via its own effect, so it will be banished. Special summon Maxi. Deck fitting. That's all I can imagine it being. Yeah, we just go battle phase. Attack the insect. Attack this. Yep, return to the extract, that's fine. Main 2. Set 1, pass turn. I've got 2 big beat sticks, you're down on resources, you're basically top decking generator spell or runic spells. Target spell trap your opponent controls, destroy it, then banish the top 4. Okay. I'm still okay with this. And it's not like those banishes actually hurt me all that much, really. Currently, the Cashier continuous spell would be a pain. But, like, that's the next most painful thing. I've still got a boss stage. I've still got a Condemned Witch and a Lopter. I've still got Pubic Ascension, and I think I've still got Seeds. All 3 of them, in fact. And yeah, we just don't want to summon from the extra deck, we just want to leave these guys on the field. It's that easy. They're thinking about something. This is really interesting gameplay and commentary, I'm sure, so you're all very welcome that I'm just sitting through this and, you know, playing this out. Of course, it currently looks like a free win, there's no reason to not. They're basically setting runic spells and hoping they can deck me out before they die. Or draw blockers, or hope that I make a mistake and summon from the extra deck, which then turns on this thing. But I think they would have got into their other Naturia cards, seeing as they, you know, summoned Maxi from deck last time. So I think this just might be the game. Special summon Naturia from your hand or grave, okay? You get 1 Naturia. Probably Camellia. I'd assume it's going to be Camellia. Maybe I'm wrong. Beast. Okay. Attacking over the Nidhogg, is that the plan? I think it would have been. At the moment it's just acting as a pretty little blocker. And that gets us the field spell. Attack, destroy the Nat Beast, because, yeah, you do not fulfill those typings. $2,100 to the face, what are you thinking about? A 1,000 life points, 2 unknown set cards. They know they're staring down a summon negate. And 2 big beat sticks. They have a battle phase now, but it just doesn't matter. Even if they got to an Earth Insect, like, I have an attack negate, so... And that boy only negates spell cards, not traps. Is that too late? I think that was too... Nope, not quite. And chain this for good measure. You're extra dead. Really don't know what they could have. We try it. Token dies in a second anyway, so... And Fenrir on top of it all. They really have nothing. Paleozoic Dynamiscus for game. 1200 to the face, that's all it takes. Well, look at that, we took down Naturia Runic. Yeah, Naturia Runic featuring Herald of the Abyss. I'm not sure they could, with the declare type and attribute from field to the grave, right? It's not the one that interacts with the deck, okay. Yeah, that's not terrible. We actually won some games. One pack. So we'll just go for the master pack. What else have we done? Rewatched Beauty and the Beast recently, that was the other thing. Learned about, like, pub steins, beer steins. They used to have glass bottoms in them at one point. Because of the King's Shilling. Also, I am told. Oh, that's neat, but not amazing. And likewise, that's neat, but probably for exactly one deck we're never going to play. Wait, we have Yugioh. No, it needs to be attacked. And we have Terra Incarnate. We don't want to give our opponent a 3000 beat stick. Like, we can just use it as a way to get Yugioh onto the field. We don't have to give them this. But yeah, and what was it? It was if you interacted with the money in the glass, then you were conscripted into, like, the King's Fleet or the King's Navy. And so they started having a glass bottom so you could inspect, see where the coin was in the bottom of your glass. That's another Enchained monster. We haven't really got anything for them in a little bit, but every new card is a help, I guess. More Mech Lords, but I think we already had copies of that. And it's fine. Apparently we already have one, but we don't really have a full deck of amazements to go through. We have a few of the decent spell traps, but not enough. And we have a couple of the monsters, but not the good ones. So we're a little bit of a rock and a hard place with that. Also came to appreciate the fact that Gaston is an excellent shot. The man is using a blunderbuss, and he makes shooting look like a precision sport with it. Shoots a barrel 3 times, 3 holes. Pascal05. That's a username. As far as the hand goes, it's a hand. It's not fantastic. We've got the Yazi target, and we've got no non-tuners in a hand with a level below 7. Then we've got Fenrir, who is pretty damn strong. Are they just gonna combo me into the sun? There are 2 options. They combo into Oblivion, or this is the extent. Okay, there's the link to. Do you do it? You do. Discard Phoenix Gearblade. You can add this card back to your hand, so they get that back. There's Gateway, but what's the last card in hand? Are they on a regular size deck? Nearly. Like 43 cards and a 14 extra. Gateway the 6. And if you control 2 or more, special summon, change 1. Okay, so they get special summon 1. 2 counters. Oh, 3 counters on the field. No. Okay. 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 We're good. We're fine. Unfortunately, I need more than just Fenrir to out this board. But it might be Fenrir summon Mirage Dragon. No, because that synchro has a on summon can't be responded to, which includes my Mirage Dragon. I've made that mistake before. I'll probably make it again. It might just be set the Dynamiscus. Summon Fenrir, set Dino. SP. That's actually minorly annoying. Add a 6 strike. Okay, what does the 6 strike do? Oh, it's the card they just activated. Yeah. I mean, I stand by what I said. The only difference is I'm going to have to use Dynamiscus to out the one monster currently on the field. Hello, Gaming Addict. How do? Yeah, we pass turn here. If they use a monster effect, we know about it, so... Okay, that's 4. I really don't want them to go off to the races, but on the other hand, they might... No, they're not currently activating the monster effect, which is a problem. I kind of need to get rid of it, but the second I activate, like, I've got to save Fenrir for something impactful. So they can make a 5. What's the 5 do? It's you. Or it's... Oh, nope, there's just the 1/5. I can't do anything to stop this is the issue, because if I do, then they just, like, attack over the Fenrir. Excuse me. Right, what do you do? Excuse me. Tuna. It's just a special summon. Okay. That's fine. Currently, that's okay. Okay, I think... You know, I think I do it here. We target Xian. And we pitch to Strudo. Like, now they're kind of off to the races, because they just summon another guy. I believe it's... Oh, it's 25, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's the legendary. But you activated an effect. You made it level 6. What's Asceticism do? Okay. The problem is Gateway of the 6 is online, and Gateway of the 6 is a fucking pain. Yeah, probably true. I think that's 100% accurate. I mean, I have to banish this. Like, this is currently threatening me, so... As much as it... Is this not the spell... Oh, it's not the spell trap negate. Okay, I had to do it, though. Like, that was not particularly an option for me. I need to switch chat a little bit, actually. Yeah, like, the continuous spell is just insane. It's nuts. It's stupid. Its extension for days. Oh wait, hold on. 2,000 or less attack. Attack. Sweet. Not defense. Question is, am I taking extra damage from anything? Not really. Oh, hold on. Are these fire? These are dark. Oh wait, no, it also... that's just game. That's just game, right? I'm not gonna faff around with that. They just have game. I mean... The thing is, they activated something that procced Fenrir, but they also... The thing that procced Fenrir was the negate. So... I guess that. Yeah. I just, like... Six Sam isn't fun. Apparently there's, like, a community nostalgia for it, but, like, it just isn't fun. It's just loops and loops. Did my opponent remove my things that get counters? Yes? Damn. Guess I'm done. Did my opponent leave them on the field? We going. Rota. What get? Tearlament. Fiendsmith Tearlament. Well, we have a Bestial in hand. So they're going to get Lurry. Pitch Lurry. Summon Lurry. Like, surely I just want to, like, wait to resolve the Bestial. Because, like, okay, I can't stop Lurry. There's Requiem. Treat this. Special summon a Fiendsmith once from hand or deck. That's fine. They probably know it's a Bestial. Send a Fiendsmith from deck to grave. I want to be able to read it. It's Engraver. Okay. Send a Tearlament. Okay. I guess they're making me really think about this. Some of the Tearlaments are dark. I guess I gotta stop that, really. I don't like leaving the Bestial stuff up and running. But that was their, like, targeted mill. So, because that has to be shuffled back to do the fusion summon, like, it needs this card. Yeah, I mean, if you just have the cards in hand, you know... Oh, it's at 2. Why do I think this was at... hold on. Sharon's at 2. What are you at? You're at 1. Havness is at 1. Okay. Now, they could have everything. They could also just miss every mill known to man like that. Milling Super Polymaxi seems pretty good for me. Adding the trap back. And then that's the fusion summon. Yeah. Which means they get into Kit Coloss. Yeah, there's Kit Coloss. Which then gets to do a dedicated mill, and then a random mill. No, they're adding first. Okay. You, if monsters, you can send the top 3. Okay, so that's another mill. What are you at? You're at 1, but that's the extra deck. You activated Engraver, but yeah, I can't really do anything about it. The thing is, this one Bistoo play did turn off my entire hand, pretty much. But I kind of, like, I needed to do it, right? What did you... That was ass, wasn't it? Yeah. Like, the only thing is this. I'll take the milling hand traps any day of the week. And they're adding that back to hand, because of course they've got just in-archetype banish recursion. Of course they do. Link 2. There's sequence. You know, a second Bestial would have gone crazy with this hand. That was 3, right? Yeah. Desiree. Okay. I mean, if this is where it stops, I don't seem too bad. I don't think this is where it stops. That's a Link 3, which brings it back. Yeah, it brings it back. Okay, and they get to send this, which I guess turns my hand back on. I can now special summon Fenrir. So yeah, I can special summon Fenrir now. It'll get negated, but I can do it. Or I could normal summon Gabriel the Time Lord. And give them everything back in hand again. Negate the effects of, yeah, non-targeting negate. And they can negate up to 5 cards at once. That's a rank 4. What are you doing? Dweller? Dweller got banned. Redoer. Get to steal the top card of my deck. There is a chance they get a trap card from that. Destrudo. That is not a bad rip. Are they going to redo it? They are going to redo it. They got a trap. You're fucking with me. Well, at least the special summon isn't once per turn. Like, in theory, they redo it, right? Oh wait, no, it puts it back to the top of the deck. Redo putting it to the top of the deck is really bad. What else have we got? Yeah, detach both. So that goes to the top of my deck, which means they gotta steal it and it will just be in my grave. That's funny. That is hilarious. They sent the Shiren, yeah, because it was material, right? And this guy, because it was material. But that was a special summon. I got my normal summon. So the play is this, definitely. It's not a great play, but it's the play. Pay the life. guess they do this. I don't really see a way out. I'm not gonna lie. I know when I'm beat. Like, the thing is, they didn't play around the anima column, but they saw I had a level 1, they may have played around the anima column, and it doesn't matter because Desiree is on the field, so... Whoop-de-doo. Sad times. Can't win everything. And to be fair, we're lucky though we drew a Bestial against them. I keep forgetting to put the other generator in my deck. I have a card that needs to go in the deck. I need to return to the deck editor. Although at least this hand is passable, you know. Could have been a lot worse. 44. Stun. Well, they're not activating a monster effect. So, Tactics ain't live, but Lopter is just fine. Okay. I'm good for that. Cannot pitch. But I think we just do this, right? Just summon a bigger beat stick. Battle. Any monster. Main 2. And set this. And I'm good. I don't know quite how a stun duel can be crazy, but I expect you're right. I expect it can be. I'm kind of tempted to just pop the Dim Fizz. I'll pop the Dim Fizz. Just in case they have a trap, it means I can possibly get this back if I want it. Okay. That's a trap. Each player can only control one attribute send. Yeah. Right. The problem is they're now drawing 2 cards. What's not a problem is that I got boss stage for turn. And I can special summon only lights. Like, that's entirely possible. They've forgone hand traps for the duel, so they can have MST or something like that, but that's exactly what they need. Utgarda. Put here. Because you're not running a valid extra deck. And I can do whatever I want right now. You can't evenly me, you have a card face up on the field. That's A-okay. Worst case, you could tribute for the Bestial. Yeah, I can. I mean, I need to banish Gozen Match to do it. Raigeki. I mean, yeah, okay. Bye. I can still get generators on field. I can get a Bestial on the field. These 2 are fire. Normal summon Droll. Moon Mirror Shield. Yeah, that's fair. 100. Well, they've got something that beats me into the ground turn after turn. And they've got a set card. I've got a couple generators. That actually might be enough. What do we have in the extra deck? What do they have right here? They have something in response to a normal summon. I think that's it. I think it's as simple as that. No, it's a solemn. But that is a solemn. And that negates this one. Do you want it on the top of your deck? Or the bottom of your deck? If they get a monster, there's a decent enough reason to put it on top. They are putting it on top. The only problem for them is I can get access to Ha, and Ha can just negate for, like, completely free. They have no hand traps, so that's the end of the game. I was wondering what they could have had for so long, and it was very clear on the Summon of NXZs. I don't know why that's what it took. I guess it was a monster effect. Yeah, monster effect, and then actual summon. But because it's not the opponent's turn, I don't see the stat change, like, and that's what made me curious, because it could have just been chain on. Yeah, one of the card that you can run two of, by the way. They've chosen exactly the water barrier statue, no others. Dinah, Ecclesia. What are you using Ecclesia to do? You're using Ecclesia to get punishment? Wino and Tuss. Surely you want, like, Tuss, you want Garura. Like, the cards that actually do things for you. Well, regardless, that's a victory against stun, which still counts, so 2 whole master packs. Remind me to go back to deck edit before the next duel, because I will probably forget. If we get Runic, like, enough of it, you know we're gonna play it. But, like, I hate it. It's kind of a negate, but that's about it. I guess it E-tellies, but we need a lot more Ice Jade. Right. Shiny card. Shiny card's useful. Oh, that's actually kind of decent. That's just a scale 8. I like it. 2 or more light and or dark dragons. Now that needs a lot of setup to actually get it on the field in the first place. Golden Dragon Summoner. No. Just no. Metaphys Ascension, that's a decent card, but we don't have Metaphys. That's our second Banishing Trap Hole. The first one wasn't really working for us. And I guess it's good enough, but it's just... it doesn't feel like it. To be fair, we probably should be playing it, but I'm not about to change that. What I am about to change is, don't know if you saw, we have... there we go. We have 2 of Valor now. And I need to work out what I want to take out. It's probably a Time Lord. I like the variety, but I think it's just a Time Lord. Yeah, we picked up a second one, I think just before you hopped on stream, so... I meant to put it in my deck, but then we dueled Runic Naturia. Beat that. Just went into the next duel after opening the packs because we forgot. And yeah. I think we then forgot again. But that should hopefully make the deck a tiny bit more consistent. He says, drawing it exactly for the opener. 55-15. I mean, we set to and pass with this hand, but at least 2 of the cards in hand are hand traps. One of which thins the deck out a little bit. Tense moment as we wait for what cards they're going to place upon the field. Hush falls over the crowd. Everyone realises it's Labyrinth. That'll do. It's already paying off. Attempt special summon. Draco Utopian Aura. Do you wish to banish monster? You do not. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to get rid of Ugarda just to start getting damage on board. Ash Blossom. What are you playing that you're playing both Draco Utopian Aura and Ash Blossom? I mean, I guess what deck are you playing Draco Utopian Aura in? That's the question. We'll just poke for 2-5. Torrential Chalice is like a decent enough thing. Galaxy Eyes. Then change the attack target to it. You love to see it. They are not link summoning. That sucks. I gotta say it tracks, but like, goddamn. 55 card Galaxy Eyes. They hit the wrong card. We're good. Yeah, this is just a pile of cards. We might be able to do something. I really hope they do Link Summon. If they manage to Link Summon, that'd be fantastic. But it looks like they're not even managing to normal summon. And that's actually a detriment. I need a body to stick on the field. It literally doesn't matter. Also, the Utopia Trap is in the structure deck. Good to know. No, we'll hold it. They're gonna get another guy to summon. Surely. Surely you'll get, like, a summon. Apparently not. So we get Lopter. They really are playing everything, aren't they? Although it being returned to the hand wouldn't have been the worst of things. Are you in defense position? No, it's just a different name. This outs the Galaxy Eyes. No, no, I needed the... Right, yeah. I wanted Valor. But this is fine. Time Lord, that's interesting. I mean, they're just going to do this. Probably bounce it back to hand with Obliterate. No, they're just going to bounce it back to hand with Obliterate. Which means I can summon Camion. Which means I can do Torrential. Love to see it. I didn't know he had that effect, to be completely honest. Well, now what? They're just going to build the other pieces of Exodia. Like, they just are, right? They've got 2. They just need to stick a guy in attack position. Are they playing a rank 5, you think? There's Afterglow. I think I need them to link summon. I think I also probably should have set Forbidden Chalice, but, like... What am I supposed to expect? Obliterate, you know, Photon? Is this on my radar for today? Is this just how it is? They could summon the link, but no, they're doing the smart play, they're making the Xyz. And then you just use the detach effect, right? Yeah, just if it battles, not an opponent's monster. Or that's exact lethal, I think. No, it's well over. Of all the decks I could lose to. I mean, come on. I think I did need to go for Valor, but, like... What am I gonna do, then? Like, one Valor's banished, one Valor's in the grave. I need to draw a generator for turn. I guess my deck would have been shuffled. Okay, I needed to go for Valor. My god, that was just an awful deck. I should really look at it, but, like, I know I'm just going to see a pile of cards, right? I'm just going to see a big old pile of, like, 20 Galaxy Eyes cards plus, like, every generic spell trap they could find. I mean, as far as hands go, I like this. This is nice. Search for Forbidden Chalice. Ash Blossom it, you know you want to. Lancia. That's not what this does. Like, that's not what it does for either of its effects. So we've got Destruction Imperm, Tribute 2 Imper, or 2 negates, tag into Lopter for Valor for Nidhogg, I guess. I think that makes sense. Either that or just get back the Lopter, depending. Discard this, add a Dark or Evil. Right, okay, so we're going to try this off the bat. If it doesn't work, then we don't have any monsters, and Torrential just goes hard. But it does work. Dark Fusion. How many cards? 40. It is 40 cards. Standard deck size. Evil Assault. Discard. Take level 4 evil hero or lower. You discard Shadow Mist. Of course you did. We do this now. Tribute itself. Special Valor from deck. Valor summons Lopter from grave. They get a search for a hero and they're summoning a hero. And they're summoning this. So you add a hero, that's fine. I think I'm okay with this currently. With special summoning Lopter, just for the stat boost. Okay. What are you searching? We've got Double Chalice, Torrential Punishment, send a hero from grave if you control a... If you fusion summon a hero, this card can be used as any one material. Solid. Liquid. Target level 4 or lower hero, summon it. Okay. I don't know how hard they can combo. I don't want them to send a monster from their deck to the grave. Normal or special summoned. Send a hero. I mean... Do we just punishment here? Yeah. I think we just punishment here, right? We send the Pegasus. And do we negate this? I think we do. They won't have 2 cards on field as material. This was their normal summon. What does Liquid read? Cool. We know they have Liquid plus 2 cards. We don't know what the 2 cards are. Mass Change. It doesn't send for cost. And they get to make Dark Law. I probably want to negate Dark Law for a turn, right? Although this means I can negate the Dark Law. Just with, Oh no, I can't. Because it's been to banish. Okay, if it's been to banish, we haven't been using Savage. Yeah, we'll just... It needs to check the graveyard. I can't believe it. Of course it needs to check the graveyard. No, it's fine. It's fine. They can't attack over anything. Send a hero from deck to grave. It's probably Mali. No, they have Mali in the grave. What are you sending, Nears? The thing is, I've got to let this go through. Use Chalice to negate the masked hero. I'm happy I got this banished. Instead of something else more valuable. Denier. I mean, yeah, that's okay. You get a special summon this from the grave. Right, I'm gonna do this now. They have another Mally. I timed that way too early. And also I've just finished reading this, and yeah, they can still go. How much can they do with, like, a Link 2, though? Probably a decent amount. Probably more than I want. I could get Dark Law. Must be... No, I can't get Dark Law. I can't take anything from their graveyard that matters. Which means... I'm not really liking how this is going. Cross Crusader. Target Destiny specialed. Tribute Destiny, add a hero. What's the one you're special summoning? Okay, so Link 3 also gives you a search. Search for a hero monster. So that can be actually anything. But surely this isn't just the end of the game. We've only just started. Stratos, that's another normal summon. Right, so it depends on what we draw for turn, because they're out of gas here. We've got a rank 9. Yeah. We've got a rank 9, which could just be... Tiger. Completely seriously. Seed. That's pretty decent, actually. Right, so we do this. They didn't set Call By, so I think we're good. We go in for battle. Just damage. I can't summon from the extra deck. I used Punishment. Even if it didn't resolve, I used Punishment. I think that was still correct. It's a Link negate or a special negate. Card they can't use. Stratos, Null, Summon Search, which I don't like. But they've got 2 normal summons in hand. There's Faris. Faris is a special. What's the discard? Discard increase. Place 1 from deck. So... place Vion. No, place increase. Tribute hero special it. Okay. If this card is special summoned, you can special summon level 4 or lower from deck. That gets you to Vion. Vion gets you a search. And you're kind of off to the races, I think. No, gets you a Foolish. That's actually worse for me. This is a Link summon which will just be stopped. They did not use the first effect. They are just adding Poly. That's not what I want. I want them to commit to a Link summon. But I think they're too smart for that. Or they don't have anything worth making in this specific instance. Nope, they're doing a Link. We know they have Liquid in hand. So they can activate Poly for Sunrise. But, like, we couldn't stop the Poly anyway. We could never stop the Poly. Yeah. And they still have Mally in the grave. That is their last Mally. But that still gives them access to more fusion material. Which I do not like. Poly is just handle field. Like, they have a fusion summon, I just don't know what they're trying to make. We've got a face down, but if that face down gets destroyed, we are in dire straits. That's 3 monsters. I don't like that. Guardian Chimera? Trinity? I'm okay with that. 100%. Attacks this, I take 25. Attacks this, it gets negated. And I keep my level 1. This goes to grave, which is unfortunate. They pitch Neos. Don't know the card in hand. That, like, know that we're alive. This is getting banished. Unless they decide to attack the face down first, which would be stupid. No, they are attacking Valor first. That is the correct play. The face down could be anything. Could even be Man-Eater Bug. They have something for damage calc. I have Anima, but Anima don't do anything if he don't play into the zones. I don't know why they put Trinity in the EMZ. End phase. What are you thinking in end phase? Tikaboo. You know, that might just control the game from here. Like, that might be good enough. Oh, Maxi? That's hilarious. Like, I don't even need to do anything in this instance. I can literally just set and leave this here. And I will too. That's a problem. Oh no, that's an issue. Why did it have to be that? That was a hero. Neos on a water? What do you do with that? Oh, man. Add one card with its favorite. Okay. Okay. We're fine. One hero. I obviously shouldn't have given them the draw, but, like, this does put me kind of close to death. Does put me in a decent position. It also puts me a lot closer to death than I'd like. And yeah, you can't attempt to activate this because you currently control a warrior. So yeah, that's the card they cannot use. And there we go. That's 21 to the face, but we're fine. Don't know what that card is, but it's presumably just a monster. Nidhogg. Not the one we wanted to see. but it's not like Valor off the top would do anything by itself. What do we want to see here? We want to see boss stage. Boss stage goes pretty hard. Boss stage gets us Valor, Valor gets us into Nidhogg, which gets us into a rank 9. Gets us into the Nidhogg from hand. Gets us into Xyz's Cat. Gets us to Trinity. Of course, that's assuming that we get into something, you know, along those lines. We need to get Valor, or we need to get the field spell. 2 copies of the field spell, 1 copy of Valor, 1 copy of boss fight. Are we running Metaverse? We are. 1 copy of Metaverse, that's like 6 cards. Not a great chance. What else would do it in this situation? Abyssal would be good. Maxi, sure. I am just simply not going to activate the effect. It is that easy. I can do that. Doesn't do it, doesn't do it. I think I've used both my chalices, yeah. So, yeah, it's Valor, 2 boss stage, 5 cards. Man, I keep drawing the big tributes now. There's not going to be anything left in deck. I've used Punishment, I haven't used Crackdown. Miscus, Losswind. It's not like... Miscus helps. Does it? No, Miscus probably doesn't, actually. Crackdown wouldn't be too bad, though. I want to take the Max Seed, that's the funny thing, though, under Crackdown. I don't know what he can summon. Go find out, I guess. Okay, you got Fiends in there. Don't tell me DP is a fucking Fiend. Evil Hero, Neo's Lord. If this card is special summoned, you can target one face on monster your opponent controls, take control of it, it immediately gets sent to the grave, da 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 da. We were so close. We'll get a win again. We will get there. We will get more cards. We will become unbeatable. As it is, we've got a pretty decent deck. Like, there's a few inconsistencies to it. There's a few cards which you probably change out that I'm just keeping in because... Like, I expect people wouldn't really be on Seed, honestly. So, boss stage. You don't know how boss stage works, do you? If there's any play that reveals your opponent does not know how boss stage works, I think that's it. Imperm, MST, boss stage, and Marshmallow. Seems... I mean, that's okay. We just get it now instead. That's so much worse, but, like, yep. Yeah, I think they must. Anyway, yeah, let's Right, what are we summoning out? So we're getting Lopter from deck, summon the tokens, Lopter tributes token to summon whatever we need. We do this. Tribute. Then they add, they have to send a monster. And we have an Omni Negate. I think this is going to be fine. Add a monster. Send a monster. I know you have them. So it's about what you least want. Okay. Yep. You have an Odd Eyes. Right. Get rid of the high scale, because that's also part of the Supreme King Dragon stuff, so yeah, they can get this back, but that's fine. I didn't check what the one they added to hand was. Low scale. I think they've realised that now. I've got an Omni Negate. So I think I let that go through. Actually, I think it would have been better to get rid of the high scale. But we live and learn. Negate destroy. And that puts it in the grave, which is a less than ideal place for them. And attack the face down. Sure, counter on it. I'm not sure it can do anything anymore, but it has a counter. Gives me more space to do things. Yeah, sure, go on. What is a pointless fact about Master Duel? Right. Tribute off Lopter. Get ourselves to Vala. And then Vala gets us out. Yeah. There's never been a pendulum only. But there have been, you know, X only of the other ones. You are right in that. 700. Okay, so it's not lethal. It's off. Yeah, it's off by a bit. And it's not like Chalice wins it here. So we do that. Main 2. Special this back. Set this. And your move. We have got monster removal. We've got monster negation. We have an Omni Negate. We have... I don't know, a banish. No, we want to just get Nidhogg. Yeah. And there you go. It's that easy. Right. I need to pop to the loo. So, you guys can have a look at this for the duration. I will be right back. And apparently that was timed pretty well. So let's bring back the things. Yeah, standard deck. Anyway. It was this one which I said we probably shouldn't look at, but... yeah, they're playing Millennium Horus Galaxy Eyes. Okay, that's not a... should I have been prepared for this deck? You know, this exact list. Oh, the hallmark of a good deck. Right, we just won that one, right? Yeah, we just won against Pendulums. Cool. And you know what that means? Time for new cards, time for new packs. Yeah, to be fair, like, I can't say I've seen that list, but, like, there are reasons you haven't seen that list, you know? Let's put it that way. Right, we've got Dark Triceratops, Old School Piercer, Protection, kind of. Another... I think we've already got that one. We've already got that. And... yeah, like... there is a trap version of this that only works one time. That's infinitely better, and it's just a continuous spell. And that's why it's infinitely better. Right. Let's see what we could actually possibly play. Because those did nothing for us. Burst Rebirth. That also doesn't. Terra King. Zephyr card. Hazy Flame. Normal summon them for one less tribute. Okay, but we need to get this card specifically in the opening hand. And I think even if we normal summon them at a rate of 1 per turn, it's not fantastic. Another Memory's pretty good. We have a small Mech Knight package. In terms of, like, Spell Trap monster lineup, but, like, it's a small package. It's Mech Knights. One new card from that lot. Well, what about new cards from this lot? Huh? Maybe a shiny? Maybe? No, that's awful. That's pretty bad as well. We've already got that one. That's fine. That's okay. Is that that's the continuous... yeah, that's the one we aren't playing. That's cool. That's actually a 6 worth making. I don't know if we put it in the deck immediately, but that is a 6 worth making. It gives us something to do with Assault Synchron plus a 4. Or if we think it's a little bit too much effort to go into Zeraboros, but, like, you know, we've got 2 V-Jam and a Fortuner. What else does this allow? We'd have to do Destrudo target a... what? Destrudo target a 4, make it a... no, Destrudo target a 5, make it a 2. I don't think we can really Destrudo. It halts something else's attacks. It halves something's attacks, yeah. No, like, it's a good card. I'm just thinking about how we summon it, because it is generic materials. But, like, it's basically Assault Synchron, Destrudo, and Mirage. We can't do it with Orochi, simply due to our monster lineup. Another favourite contact. It's Mechlord stuff. Does it just go in the deck? Probably not. It can come back if you have other waters, yeah, but the one water we would use to make it... oh, wait, we have Nidhogg. We have Nidhogg to banish if needs be. But yeah, I guess the issue still stands. The ways to make it are pretty much like these 2 plus Assault Synchron, Chaos Mirage plus these 2, or Destrudo targets... what can Destrudo target? Not much. I'm not sure we can make it with Destrudo. Or at least, if we can make it with Destrudo, I'm pretty sure we could also make Zeraboros. Yeah, So the current exclusive summoning methods are a little bit costly in Generator for it. It's a good card, and we'd probably play it, but not in this deck. We do have, like, water stuffs. Oh, the small Mech Knight package in question is... So what? It'd be 2 Legacy. Is it destroyed? Return it to the hand during the end phase. So it'd be 2 Memory, Indigo Eclipse, and whatever spell trap lineup we have exactly key for trap negation. Yeah. Not quite enough Mech Knight stuff. Got enough rank up magics though. Got enough Supreme King Castle though. Yeah, we have cards to summon. Evil Hero and a level 5 or higher hero. So, like, you could do 2 Malicious Edge to make Malicious Bane. But it relies on this. And... yeah, it relies on getting this, some way to fusion summon plus the correct materials. Which seems a bit off. Right, on with the next one. Because those didn't change up this deck. They might have changed up something else, but not this deck. What are we looking at? Second, okay. Right. Pop back into that one. What are we looking at? A couple of hand traps. If we're against Malice, they aren't gonna do nothing. We are against Malice. Magnamut's not amazing. But do we want to fire it anyway? It baits them... it baits Ash. Like, they're going to be banishing all these cards anyway. The only difference is maybe we can banish something when they don't want it to be banished. Possibly. I think we stick in this for a moment. We've got this. It's up to the link... no, it's up to the number of links they control. Okay, so we don't do it now. If this card is banished. So we can banish March Hare right now. This card hasn't been banished. That's... I thought you put more links on the field than that at once. This has been banished, right? Yeah. I'm gonna banish this one now. Because it's already used its effect. They haven't used Dormouse effect, and I don't want to trigger a new card. I want to, trigger something that's already happened. Okay, and there's a link. And we get this, and then that was a link special summon, so in theory we get Phantasme. Yep. Gets us 2 cards. Gets us 3 cards to Molu. Oh, come on. That's unfortunate that it gives them a draw. I mean, to be fair, like, it gives us a draw, but, 1. I think we put back Nidhogg. Okay, so they don't have an Ash. We've got 2 bodies on field. We've got Chalice. I think they end up going through the Save Worm, the fusion that's a spell trap negate. A graveyard spell trap negate. They reading. There's Appaloosa, which doesn't do much, I just run it over. Oh wait, no, I can't. Only target Malice links. how many things can I bait from the Appaloosa? Chessy Cat. Special summon it during your main phase. Banish some allies from your hand. Draw 2. Their normal thing is like firewall stuff, right? We're getting... Yeah, we're getting a Bestial in hand at the end of the turn, so as long as we chain on an end phase, we can either force the Appaloosa out entirely. Yeah, we can just force out the Appaloosa, right? Did you banish this, or did you... No, you haven't done that. And you still haven't done Dormouse. And you've done that, though. Banish her in your grave. Then if you control the Malice, gain. Okay, there's the banish, so they will have done that one now. So that pays 900 and yeah, they get it back. Attack defense inverted. I can still hit over the Appaloosa, but I need to get rid of this first. That's a banish. Yeah, I don't have anything, so sitting with chain on is fine. I could Zeraboros. I don't think that's necessarily ideal, but I could Zeraboros. Do I just need to special summon to the zone it points to? Okay, I can't Zeraboros. I still get the search, they gotta know that, I guess, but... Yeah. So, we resolve this, we get our Bestial. I'm willing to give them a draw. You've already triggered. Right. So the question is now what, right? Type 1 if you banish Malice, shuffle it, banish one card on the field while this card... yep. If you control a Malice Link monster. So how was this getting the attack boost? Right. Negate the Appaloosa. No more monster negate. Okay, you can banish one card on the field, that's a-okay. It's probably that doesn't stop it. I think they's a little confused. Normal summon. Attempt to search. At least they've used their banish on that. They've used an ash on that. That's okay. Destrudo, target this. So it's Yazi, right? Yeah. It is just Yazi. I think I then want to destroy... Yeah. Destroy, destroy. Float. I can banish the field spell. Nidhogg would be funny, but I don't have generator access in general. It's effects negated, right? Yeah, it's effects negated. Doesn't matter. Okay, Imperm. That's a... Oh. Yeah, I'll do that. I kind of forget Phantasme has a second effect, not gonna lie. Alright, that means we can banish the field spell. I don't know if it is worth banishing the field spell. When this card is activated. Bait them into you. No, they already used Ash. Yes! Hey. We take those. That is justified. That is deserved. That is just malice. I don't know what the banish was. Is it the back row? It might just be the back row? I'm not sure. If this card's banished, banish, draw 2. Set 1 from deck, so they can only use the traps once round. I might need to look at this replay in my own time. I'm gonna just save that for a sec. Simply because I think I need to watch that to learn, like, what I can do in that scenario. Because the banish was, I think, an impactful part. Also just the raw damage I had on board. But I don't know why. Yo. So, we get boss stage up. Tribute 2 tokens and win the game. Yeah? That's what I'm hearing. I think we just have to play it, right? It is just a win button. That one's good. Second copy. If we got a 3 deck, that's particularly decent. If we got stuff... Ooh, well, I guess it does work with the Mech Lords, actually. It is destroyed for card effect, and then you get to draw a card. So, yeah, there's that. Mind over matter. That's Psychic Counter Trap. That's actually pretty good. It's Psychic Solemn. Rock from the Valley of Haze. Sure. Axe Dragon Newt. Not a structure deck for once. Okay. So we got a good couple of cards in there. We do have to put Tyrant Throws in. Like, summoning any... What is it? It basically means we get Lopter Valor, and then we just tribute off the tokens after using Lopter to get into something else. That's a Gladiator Beast card. That's another Hazy Flame. Let's see. No. I mean, as far as a normal summon goes, it's fine. No, we need to tribute for cost, and they can possibly negate it. We can use it, but it's just bad. It's a level 3. Dark Spellcast 1,000,000. Banish the Lightsworn, target one of your banished Lightsworn, special summon it. So, we need to have banished a Lightsworn first. But we could just special summon the banished one. It's not good. Like, the Twilight Sworn are pretty bad. But we could use it. Alright. Another shiny card. Another couple shiny cards. Huh. Now. Sorry, tired. This is good. Like, we have a limited amount of Ancient Gear cards, but this is, like, it's a good card. It's needed if you're going to play them properly. Sixam, Melfi. It's new, which renders its viability nil. Unless we were to go Super Poly, I forget, yeah. And last one. A ninja support. It's Twin Twister. Twin Twister on, 3k beat stick. It can be normal summoned. It can be set. It just has to be special summoned by a ninja card of some description. Which is fine. It's just not something that's going to change up anything we're doing right now. Right. Let's have a little looky. Can we win another couple? Probably not, but, we're going to try. We're going to do our best. Going second. Yep. Right. The hand is hand. 40-15. Average. We've got removal, we've got negation, we've got a synchro summon. They have 2 face downs. 2 face downs. That get the pot of greed coin, you could toss it 2 times. I don't think that's how that works, right? So yeah, we start with this. Summon. Vela. That's not great. So they've just bricked. Whatever it is, they have just bricked. Set. Set. Swing in for 2-5. Targeting Banish is decent. 2 face downs. I could probably assume this is Blue Eyes. Light Pyro. Ice. X'd. Oh, it's fucking X'd. X'd mills for cost. Yeah. Aggregator. Face-up card on the field negates effects. That was the wrong send. Right, I need to know where we stop them. They just added node. There's Detonator. Yeah, you can target one card on the field, destroy it. That's A-okay. Yeah, there goes Valor. That is completely expected. Now, problem. This does give them, like, a way to get started. No, I was banishing it, sorry. It needed to be engraved as a... Yeah, just have it, right? Fucking Christ. Is this standard? Like, is Ryziel plugin standard? I can't imagine it is. Oh, fuck's sake. And then they just continue. That gets X'd. That's another rank 4. I can still put the counter on Detonator. But then Detonator doesn't do anything. I can turn my chain back to auto. I guess so far it just looks like a generator deck. Destrudo and Dynamiscus a little bit weird, but like... Well, no, I guess it then doesn't look like a generator deck. Asfiel. Love to see it. They're not even gonna bother with the face down. That's just a once per turn, isn't it? Yeah. So, I don't have anything. That's what I'm reading. Here, I have Oleanoid's Birth. So... Set 1. Set 2. Pass turn. I just don't have anything. We've got MSC. It's when your opponent activates a card quick effect. But they can just literally run it over with Asfiel, so... We a little bit done, so I probably should have tried to just... No, trying to Destrudo would have been bad. Because they can just pop a card. Problem is, they've still got 2 monsters. I kind of entirely forgot that they were in the game. Which is weird, because actually, pretty early on in the stream, we pulled a... Ice? We have an Ice Ryziel. Not that it's doing anything for us, but we have one. Feels like the best use we'd have for it at the moment is Crossout Designator. Not that we have Crossout Designator, of course. That's, you know, implying that we do. Yeah. Like, this hand wasn't doing anything anyway, so they've looped themselves for a card, which is always good knowledge. We'll play into Mech Knights, because when was the last time I saw Mech Knights? Also, Chalice is the most chainable card of the three, which means it's easiest to remove that column. You... What do I do here? I need Spell Trap removal. I just don't want you to have cards. Add a quick play, that's fine. Add a 6 strike, that's okay. Hand a Grave. Asceticism. Add a 6 Sam. Add that one. From Handle Grave. Well, choose Handle Grave. I really don't want to steal that, though. I've got to do it, right? Like, what does the 6 make? Opponent's main phase. Monsters your opponent controls. Monster effect. I don't have to stop them right here. There's another one. So you link or synchro something? Synchro. Shia. I've got to negate that. I just want to take the one monster they have, right? It's not a tuner. It's going to be 20... Okay, I gotta load their attack, but then I negate its influence, so they keep their attack. It's on... Oh, it's on my field, so that drops. But the deck of loops is going to keep going. Because I didn't have MST. Like, yeah, you just summon this again. You synchro a different 6. Man, this is so fucking boring. Let me just get a different one that specials itself. It's not even like they limited this card. It's just 3. Can I look at the spell traps? You? No. Which ones should I be looking at? Dojo? Not Dojo. Yeah, nothing limited or anything. Mizuho? Nope. Nothing. Shogun. Pitch called by. United. Okay, and then you do Gateway the 6 again. That gets you to another free special summon. Because loops, my friend. Then synchro summon. Then you can draw 2. Add 1. Well, you probably add 1, then draw 2. I hope 6-Sam gameplay is interesting to someone out there, because it's not interesting to me. But at the same time, I don't think we're in a losing position. We've got a level 6 non-tuner, we've got Shudo. They haven't banished anything, we haven't banished anything. That's the only thing that's really screwing me over at the moment. Are you not gonna use United? Well, I guess why do that when you can deck thin? Just keep going, just keep going. Xyz summon. Dugara's. That's not a samurai, at least. But it doesn't have to be. Skip your next draw phase. Alright. I don't feel that was the oh, of course it was the option. Because once per turns. See, everyone always says once per turns with regards to, like, Infernity. But I've not had to sit through Infernity combos. I've always only ever had to sit through 6-Sam. Now, maybe I wouldn't like sitting through Infernity combos, but it'd be something fucking different. So that's just an add, just cuz. So, are you drawing 2 now with this? That's a link 3, 4. Destroy a card. And because I've negated it, yeah, I don't think there's anything that stops them from doing anything. Not only does it take them 5 years to do it, they also break through whatever you're doing. If they did it in like 2 seconds like Ryziel, it'd be a little bit more palatable. But no, it takes them 15 actions. And they can keep going after that. They can keep doing things. Please, please have them stop doing things. Tis a hand. Was a hand. I'm not gonna give you draws off Max C. You crazy? Okay. So I just take control of the Link 2 and that kills it. Right, I take control of the Link 2, Bestial the other card, Bestial the target, and that just ends the turn. Kiss Girl Leela, so it's this one. It's just a quick effect, just, you know, activate the quick effect. Okay, doing Unchained combos here. And it can't summon itself. But I have still turned off, I think, the live spin part. Well, we'll get a search. And now they do Unchained plays. Am I just dead? They drew Max C, so I lose the game. Is that the, you know... Is that the point? We stopped deck number 1. Now comes deck number 2. Like, you make the Link 3. Link off with the Bestial, make the Link 4. Oh, there's Yama. I haven't used you, have... Nope. Yeah, I think I'm probably just dead here. Because of course I am. I dared, you know, have a deck that special summons 3 times. Yeah, that had special summoned all of 3 times. Put up 1 negate. Special summon 1 from deck. What do you have on the board? You have 35 on board. I'm on still a full 8k. I mean, it could be that I'm not dead, but they basically just have follow-up for days. I don't know. I don't know what Unchained do. I know they pop at a card. And they link at a card. That's not correct, is it? They need to make the other one. You needed to make 3. Yeah, they made the wrong one. However, that's a quick effect. And this too is a quick effect. They're going to be able to link summon with one of my 2 Bestials. I think they're trying to work out whether they, link off with this to make the 3 to link off the Magnum up. I don't know what else they could be thinking about right now. End phase. Love to see it. There you go. Screw you and your maxi. I had all of 2 guards to, work on your turn. You stopped me from getting to one of them, so as punishment, lose, I guess. I don't know. What did we actually have? Like, I swear they had more stuff. Because, the blue one just links with one of them. And they literally just, like, use it to link with the one that I was just about to summon in the end phase there. How's that second summoner monk? That's actually kind of cool. Rank 4's help. Although the amount of our new cards... That is an invoked fusion. Alistair only adds invocation. It adds exactly invocation. Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate, but the extra Summoner Monk is actually pretty cool. Don't ask me why it's opening a Centurion pack, but... Alright, what do we get from this one? Another Vanquish Soul, Illusory Snatch for Monarchs, Dilindrous Dragon, 2 Dark Dragons. I think, if anything, that works for stun. Plunder Patrol, another Tire, and another card that don't do anything. Your face-up monster and opponent's monster special summon this from hand or grave, banish it when it leaves field. Other light machines gain 1200. We don't have other light machines outside of Inspector Border. And if Inspector Border's on the field, I'm not sure I'm special summoning this. Extra deck accepts synchros, not accept worms. But the problem is I've still got to banish a particular type of card from grave. Yeah, unsurprisingly, those just aren't changing it. They aren't doing it. Okay, we're nearly at time. This stream was to make up for the fact that I wasn't streaming on Thursday. I'd kind of forgotten on Monday that there was something else on the schedule, and I'd forgotten to also just like do a quick little stream saying, like, you know, with the exact purpose saying, hey, not streaming Thursday. I was thinking about doing it yesterday, but events and, you know, not quite able to. So yeah, this is stream 100 or session 100. And it is the 1-year anniversary as well. This gets us to not quite everything, but pretty close to everything. No hand traps. Alright, so let's do 1. Two. Do we negate Sapphire Pegasus? I don't think we do. We're going to banish the card on the field anyway with Fenrir. Yep, I guess that is enough to do it. Well, I said one more duel. I guess we did one more duel, you know? Is it actual Crystal Beasts, or... It's Ryziel. With Crystal Beasts. I know it's, like, stupid to say that. It's a 50-card deck. Look, they're playing, you know... They're playing the Rainbow Dragon. They're playing Sapphire Pegasus. There's, you know, the couple Crystal Beasts that you don't need to play. But, like... I don't know. You just, like... You got 5 Ryziel cards plus the Searcher for them. And, you know, you got Cross. I think it's a Ryziel deck now. Realistically, genuinely, why bother with the Ryziel package? Why not just play Crystal Beasts? Maybe I'm not seeing it. I mean, I'm obviously not seeing it. They're playing the deck for a reason, but I don't know what reason that is. Right, last 5 Legacy tickets. We got an Ultra Rare. That is funny. Not good, but funny. And the crazy thing is that probably just goes in stun. We've got Head Judging in there at 2 copies. We've got Misjudge. There are like ways we can get to coin tossing. And of course it has its own effect. It can just be Pot of Greed. Second booster. It's a card. Paladin that we're not summoning. No. During each player's standby phase. It's a temporary boost. No. Kaiser, Vile Germs, Final Destiny. That's a burn card, but we got to get them like most of the way there for that to work. Spell counters. Although that's not the first one. So yeah, I like that. I think we'd probably play it in the stun deck we've got going on. Don't know what it does though. I don't know how many other coin tossing effects we have. I guess that's the thing. We have Dark Sanctuary. X-Saber support. Nope. Toy Parade. That's Fright Fur. It isn't specifically for Fright Fur though. Dark monster you control special from the extra deck. I have to attack with that monster. But each time it destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, it can attack again. Feels win more. That's, like, it's not bad effects. Are we summoning a Dark Fairy from the extra deck? I don't think we are. But it's something. I mean, that's the second Haze of Glory after immediately talking about we need to be finding more. Right, last pack. Last pack tonight. Call it a stream. What are we looking at? I know we've been going a little bit shorter than we normally do, but just a little tired. Once again, 1 week in the office by myself. And I'm not thrilled. We don't really have Scare Claws. And we don't really have the other things to make those work. That's a scrap card. And Yeah, we need to first synchro summon, so no. Ghost Tricks. Yeah, those cards aren't really helping us out with anything. We only have 3 things as missions today. Just dailies. Oh hey, we got a different mate. Knowles of the monster 1,000 times. Congrats. Haven't activated 1,000 traps. Activated enough spell cards to get that one. Are there any more? I take it there are no more mates. Increased duelist level, that won't have any. No. Proceed through the solo gate, that doesn't have any. Has an icon. Yeah, I guess we've got all the various, like, mission mates. All that's left is profiles. Anyway. Thank you all very much for watching. Sorry that this is late. Sorry that this is a little bit shorter than average. But be tired and busy past few days between work and home life. So, yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, I just collected my gems. And I look forward to catching you tomorrow. I'm still going to be streaming tomorrow. Just, you know, this was a catch-up just because I missed... just because I missed Thursday. And while I remember... Okay, so 568, 1541. We have won 9 duels. And we have played 17. 50% win rate today. We take those. So let's just... $68 and 1541 for session 101. Start. There we go. Stats are in order for next time. Anyway, yeah, I've been rambling on long enough. Thank you all very much for watching. My name is Cat Monarch. I'll catch you all tomorrow's stream. Goodbye for now.